fellow travelers. Welcome back to World with Wife. Today, in this exciting episode, we are going to explore the stunning coastal city of Nazare. Picture this. You are in Portugal, in a small cabriolet, and a scenic drive of about 130 kilometers north from the lively streets of Lisbon brings you to a place that seems straight out of a storybook. The name of this town is Nazare. It is perched on the edge of the Atlantic, and trust me when I say this. It is much more than just a dot on the map. It's a living, breathing tale of legends and waves. Now, about Nazare's name. As it turns out, it might have a bit of magic to it. Legend has it that back in the 4th century, a tiny statue of the Virgin Mary made a surprise appearance on Nazare's shore, courtesy of the sea. Fast forward to today, and Nazare's name echoes in the surfing world. Why is that so? Well, it has got something to do with the waves. The sea here has this magical way of creating colossal waves, thanks to the Nazare Canyon. Surfers from every corner of the globe come to ride these waves, turning Nazare into a surfing hotspot. Throughout this episode, you will be able to experience these massive waves for yourself. And one of the best spots to experience the huge waves Nazare has to offer is to visit the North Beach. Nestled along the Atlantic coastline of Nazare, the North Beach or Praia do Norte, in Portuguese, isn't just a beach, it's an arena where nature puts on an awe-inspiring spectacle. Welcome to a place where the ocean's giants rise, and surfers become modern-day myth-makers. Just off the coast of Nazare, the underwater canyon is like the conductor of a symphony, orchestrating the power of the Atlantic into colossal waves. As the ocean depths rise dramatically, the energy builds, creating the perfect conditions for waves that defy imagination. But why the North Beach? This beach has become the holy grail for surfers seeking the ultimate challenge. Here, the Nazare Canyon funnels and amplifies the waves, turning them into towering monsters that can reach heights of over 30 meters. It's a sight that will make your jaw drop. We were standing on the shoreline, with the thunderous sound of waves in the background. In that treacherous sea, a group of fearless surfers were riding those massive waves. Nazare attracts surf legends and daredevils from around the globe, each one eager to conquer the giants. Leaving the North Beach, we drove towards the heart of Nazare. We read that there we will find more than just cobblestone streets and weathered buildings. It is where we will discover the soul of a town that has weathered the ages. But before we could discover anything else, we had to uncover where we can park our car. Even though it was a tiny car, finding a parking lot was proving to be a challenging task. Finally we found a spot and we were in luck. Just check out the view right from the parking space itself. We were now ready to explore. So then, welcome to Nazare's old town. It is where every alleyway tells a story, and the echoes of the past linger in the salty sea breeze. That seems a bit dramatic, but I felt it was perfectly suited for where we were. And we were right on top of the world. The views from here were simply breathtaking. From our vantage point, we could enjoy panoramic views of the Atlantic and the coastline. And it was from this elevated spot that we now understood why Nazare's old town has been a source of inspiration for artists and poets across centuries. Perched atop the cliffs, we were treated to a majestic vista that unfolds like a postcard come to life. As we gazed downward from this elevated position, the golden sands of Praia de Nazare stretch out along the coastline. The beach, embraced by the crescent-shaped bay, extends gracefully, inviting visitors to explore its pristine shores. From our high vantage point, we had a panoramic view of the town and its surroundings. The buildings in Nazare typically reflect the traditional Portuguese architectural style with whitewashed walls and red-tiled roofs. The use of vibrant colors on doors and windows adds a charming and lively touch to the town's appearance. The buildings are often adorned with decorative tiles known as azulejos, which are a distinctive feature of Portuguese architecture. Beyond the immediate town, we could also glimpse the rolling hills and countryside that characterize the region around Nazare. The view extended far into the horizon, allowing us to appreciate the vastness of the Atlantic Ocean. Portuguese cities and towns are known for their decorative pavement patterns, and Nazare is no exception. The pavement featured mosaic designs made from small, colorful stones. These patterns often depict maritime motifs or geometric shapes, contributing to the town's unique aesthetic. Located on the cliff overlooking the town of Nazare, was the Sanctuary of Our Lady of Nazareth, also known as Santuario de Nossa Senhora de Nazare. Legend has it that in the 4th century, a monk brought a statue of Our Lady of Nazareth to the region, seeking refuge from the invading Moors. The statue was eventually placed in a small chapel on the Nazare cliffs. Over the centuries, the sanctuary underwent renovations and expansions, with the current church being built in the 17th century. The sanctuary is dedicated to Our Lady of Nazareth, a Marian title in the Catholic Church. The site is considered sacred, and pilgrims from Portugal and beyond visit to pay homage to the Virgin Mary. The sanctuary is particularly revered for its protective role over fishermen and seafarers. Many locals believe in the miraculous powers of Our Lady of Nazareth, attributing various acts of protection to her intercession. Upon entering the church, we were greeted by a serene atmosphere. The interior was adorned with several religious artwork, statues, and other decorations. The main altar itself was probably the focal point, featuring an image of Our Lady of Nazareth. The sanctuary attracts pilgrims, especially during religious festivals dedicated to Our Lady of Nazareth. Pilgrims may climb the staircase on their knees as a sign of devotion and penance. Talking about staircase, one notable feature is the miraculous staircase, believed by some to have been constructed miraculously. Legend has it that in the 18th century, the chapel needed a second floor, and a carpenter was commissioned for the task. Struggling to design a conventional staircase due to the restricted space, the carpenter prayed fervently for guidance. According to local belief, the Virgin Mary responded to his plea by sending angels to construct the staircase during the night. The staircase, often referred to as the infinite staircase due to its unusual design, consists of two spirals that wind around each other, creating a helix-like structure. Despite having no central support and appearing to defy architectural norms, the staircase is stable and safe to climb. Today, the sanctuary of Our Lady of Nazareth continues to be a revered site, offering solace and inspiration to those who seek spiritual connection. A visit to the sanctuary of Our Lady of Nazareth is not only a religious experience but also an opportunity to appreciate the history, architecture, and cultural traditions of the region. A few last photographs in front of the church for our Instagram account, and then we can move on to our next destination. Winding through the heart of the old town were narrow lanes that created a labyrinthine network that unveils the historical and cultural richness of the town. And once on top, we could enjoy the amazing views of the town below once again. We leaned forward to take in the scenery. The orange rooftops, characteristic of the town buildings, were on the left. In between was the vast expanse of beach golden sand. And to the right, the sea, with patches of white and all fuzzy. From this distance, everything looked peaceful. Like a perfect photograph. This is the subida do ascensor. It is essentially an elevator, funicular type. I believe that it was not operational on that particular day. To be frank, I was glad that it was not working. There is no way that I would be keen at all to ride this elevator up or down. There was a path along the cliffside, leading away from the main town. But we decided to stick around the old town area. We wanted to explore the old alleys, and see if we could come across any hidden treasures there. And later on, we wanted to make our way towards the lighthouse of Nazare. Stay tuned till the end because we've saved the best for last, a breathtaking view that will leave you awestruck. Trust us, it's worth the wait. And hey, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. By joining our travel community, you'll never miss out on the next destination waiting to captivate your wanderlust. We have just walked past the gates called the gateway to the giant waves of Nazare. And it is no surprise then that we were making our way to witness and experience the awe-inspiring giant waves that attract surfers and enthusiasts from around the world. The path led downhill, a relief for now, but then a thought crossed my mind. This is the sculpture of the surfer deer. It is an impressive and captivating sculpture. The surfboard vividly captures the essence of Nazare surf culture, a tradition dating back to McNamara's historic big wave catch. The deer head pays homage to the legend of the hunter knight and the deer, a tale rooted in the region's history from centuries ago. This religious legend poignantly illustrates the eternal struggle between the divine and the temptations of the devil, portrayed in this instance through the guise of a deer. We walked nearer to the cliffside, paying close attention to the loose soil. I was feeling uncomfortable, due to the height and lack of barriers, but the amazing sceneries all around us gave me the strength to venture closer to the cliff edge. But we recommend you do pay careful attention if you want to walk that path. The road from the Great Gate to the lighthouse is probably no longer than 500 to 600 meters. And it was all downhill, so it was as easy walking it as it was beautiful. And we could enjoy the views on both sides of the cliffs. We could now start to see the gigantic waves smashing against the coastline, on the right side of the road. Renowned for their extraordinary size and power, the colossal waves are primarily generated by the underwater Nazare Canyon, an undersea trench just off the coast. And when massive Atlantic swells approach the shallower waters near the canyon, the waves undergo a dramatic increase in height, resulting in some of the biggest waves in the world. This is the Forte de São Miguel Arcanjo, also known as the Nazare Fort. If you pay close attention to it, you will see that it stands prominently on the headland known as Promontorio do Sitio, providing a commanding view of the Atlantic Ocean and the surrounding coastline. The fortress dates back to the 16th century and was constructed during the reign of King Manuel I. Its primary purpose was to defend the coastal area from potential maritime threats, including pirate attacks and invasions. But today it also houses the Surfers exhibition and photographs. Entrance fee is €2 and it's worth to visit. The best views of Nazare are from the rooftop of the fort. This is also where you will be able to access the lighthouse. From our vantage point, we had the best panoramic views of the ocean and the surrounding landscape. Oh, did I also mention that the fortress provides a glimpse into Portugal's maritime history and military architecture? But most importantly, we came up there to enjoy the waves. So let us do that together. The waves in Nazare can get really big, more than 100 feet. That is 30 meters tall when conditions are just right. This attracts expert surfers from all over the world who are up for the challenge. The waves in Nazare are so huge and powerful that they make an amazing sight. The town is famous for its extreme surfing, and many people visit to watch these enormous waves. The special underwater features and conditions in the ocean help create these massive waves, making Nazare a top spot for surf fans and anyone who wants to see the incredible strength of the Atlantic Ocean. My husband found a spot right at the edge of the fort, and we sat there for several minutes just watching the waves crashing against the rocks below. Further out at sea, we could see several surfers, who were brave enough to treat these massive waves as if they were mere toys. I sat there, feeling uncomfortable all the times. The sound of the waves crashing against the shore were loud and powerful. This evoked a range of intense emotions and sensations. I was one of those fortunate enough to witness the spectacle. Then we moved to another spot where there were more people also watching the waves. The sheer size and power of the waves can leave spectators in awe. While the waves are awe-inspiring, they can also evoke a sense of fear and respect for the potential danger they pose. We left the fort and made our way back towards town. Along the way we passed by this amazing street art by Tamara Alves. It is called the Irreversible and it pays homage to the traditional and mainly female practice of fish drying in Nazare, facing the risk of fading away. Placed prominently in a significant part of the city, this art piece depicts one of the last custodians of this invaluable tradition, serving as a poignant reminder of the potential loss of heritage and prompting contemplation on the actions needed to safeguard it. From there, the road led downhill again, towards the beach. We walked through the narrow alleys of Nazare, while enjoying the architecture this unique city has to offer. Nazare, with its rich maritime history and fishing heritage, features a maze of narrow, winding streets that contribute to its unique character. The narrow alleys are lined with traditional Portuguese houses that typically showcase whitewashed exteriors adorned with colorful trims. The architecture reflects the local style prevalent in coastal towns, creating a picturesque and timeless atmosphere. The alleys are dotted with small, family-owned shops, local eateries, and charming cafes. Exploring these alleys offers an authentic experience, allowing visitors to interact with locals and discover unique treasures. But I think, most importantly, the narrow alleys create a sense of community, as residents often live in close proximity. It is hard to believe that this town only has 10,000 inhabitants. The municipality itself probably has another 5,000 people living within the 82 square kilometers or so. Nazare is one of the most popular seaside destinations along what is known as the Silver Coast in Portugal. The town consists of 3 parts. Sitio is the old village on top of the cliff where we brought you to at the beginning of this video. We are now in Praia, which is the beach area. Sitio and Praia are connected by the funicular railway we showed you before. There is a third neighborhood known as Pedernera, which is also hilltop, and it is where the Church of Mercy of Pedernera is located. But for now, let us explore the beach area. Known as Praia de Nazare, or Nazare Beach, it is one of the most famous and picturesque beaches in Portugal. This beach spans a wide area, and as you can see from the video, it offers a long stretch of golden sands along the Atlantic coastline. On the far side, Nazare Beach is surrounded by dramatic cliffs, creating a stunning backdrop against the vast expanse of the ocean. This beach is complemented by an amazing seaside promenade, offering a pleasant place for strolling, enjoying the view, and exploring the town. For us, we were more interested in all these restaurants along the promenade. It was past my lunch time, and my stomach was starting to make loud noises, comparable to those huge waves in Nazare. And my husband brought me for lunch. I could only see bread at first. I was about to be disappointed, and was going to throw tantrums, but then the main course arrived. And it was a small feast. The meat looked delicious, accompanied by a bowl of potatoes. After lunch, we walked back to the beach. The ambience on the beach in Nazare is truly captivating, offering a sensory experience that immerses visitors in the natural beauty of the coastal environment. To truly appreciate it, we will try to take a minute or two and videotape the scenery, in order to try and capture the rhythmic sound of the waves crashing onto the shore. I promise that this will provide a soothing soundtrack to the beach experience. The constant ebb and flow create a tranquil atmosphere, offering a natural melody that accompanies visitors as they explore the coastline. The beach in Nazare is embraced by the vastness of the Atlantic Ocean, and this truly creates a sense of grandeur and majesty. The endless horizon invites contemplation and a feeling of connection with the expansive sea. The water is clear enough, and the beach is flanked by dramatic cliffs that enhance the scenic beauty. We were now right in front of those waves, in the middle of October, and the sight of colossal waves breaking near the shore is both awe-inspiring and dramatic. I will keep quiet for a minute and let you enjoy the experience for yourself. Increase your speaker volume and just picture yourself being there. Amazing, right? The power of the waves serves as a constant reminder of the raw energy of the ocean. The crashing waves create a dynamic and ever-changing seascape that captivates those on the beach. It was getting late and soon it will get dark and cold. We decided to walk back to our hotel and get some well-deserved rest. The next morning, we went to the rooftop of our hotel to catch a last glimpse of Nazare before we leave for our next destination. As we bid farewell to the shores of Nazare, we hope this journey has ignited your wanderlust and left you with unforgettable memories. From the mesmerizing views of the Atlantic to the adrenaline-pumping waves that grace this coastal gem, Nazare has truly enchanted us. If you found yourself captivated by the charm of Nazare, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel and join our global travel community. By hitting that notification bell, you won't miss a single adventure, whether we're chasing waves in Nazare or exploring hidden wonders around the world.